Hello, it's Tammy Powley, aka the Crafty Princess, with another book review for you today. This craft book is called Amigurume, and it is written by Allison Hoffman. The subtitle says Make Cute Crochet People, and as you can see on the cover and on the back, there are some adorable people projects in here. And if you've watched any of my previous videos or my podcast, then you know that I love amigurumi. So when Lark said, would you like to review this book? I said, oh yes. Yes, please. So as I said, this is published by Lark. It retails for $17.95 in the US and $20.95 in Canada. And of course, always check Amazon. I will try to remember to put a link when I embed this video in my blog so that you can pop over there and get a discounted copy if you want. So, where to begin? There's a lot in this book. I mean, even though I have done a lot of amigurumi projects in my many years of crochet, I felt kind of overwhelmed. And I guess that's not necessarily bad. I'm just warning you that if you have never ever crocheted before, or maybe you are a beginner crocheter, or maybe if you've never crocheted or a beginning crocheter, just be aware that there's a lot here. This would be a lot to bite off as a beginner, I believe. I say that because there's a lot of beginner information in here. So if you were to just to look at this casually and think, oh, well, they tell you how to crochet, they tell you how to do this. There's all kinds of beginning information in here. And it's good information. I mean, it's step by step. There's nice pictures, okay? So it's visually, I think it's very well laid out because there's a lot of visual help as well as text-based instructions, which combined I think are super important when you're learning how to do something really basically on your own. I mean, I don't believe that if you're reading a book and you're following the instructions that you're self-taught, because somebody wrote the instructions. So in a way, that person is teaching you. But just be prepared that if you're pretty new at this, you would probably have a lot to deal with here. That's not necessarily bad if you're ready to jump into it. Like I said, that's not necessarily bad, but I would say an adventurous beginner. Let's put it that way. So let's see. I have a list here. Lots of details and helpful information. For example, one of the things that is tricky that I hadn't even considered till I started looking at this book is the different color of yarn used to create the different skin tones. So you can see right here, for example, I think it's Mr. T over here. Obviously, he's darker than, what's this guy's name? I don't know his name. He's a musician. It escapes me now. Anywho, so she has a whole section about the different types of yarns, and she mentioned specifically the name brands of the yarns. So that's a big plus, I think, because you would be able to figure out exactly where you need to go to get the color of yarn you need, depending on who you're going to make. Now, of course, throughout the book, there are all kinds of specific people that she's making. Like I said, obviously there's celebrities on the front, but then what she does is this is exciting watching me flip through it. Okay, so here, for example, to me, this looks like Lucille Ball, okay? But what this section does is explains to you how to create a curvy top. She has a section on how to create men's ties, okay? So even though you could actually make some of these exact people in here, in fact, near the back she has some cute, Willie Nelson, that's his name, Willie Nelson. Okay, so if you wanted to make actually, for example, Princess Leia, you could do that, all right? However, if you wanted to make Princess Leia's head with, a different body, she does that as well because she breaks it up, and so she has it sectioned off into basically parts and pieces. If you wanted to have a certain type of top, a certain type of head, a certain type of skirt, for example, this girl's got a long skirt and this one's got a short skirt. Tina got a short skirt. So by sort of Frankensteining things together, you could, for example, and I think this would be super fun, is make a gift for somebody that looks like them. I mean, how cool would that be? We will make a doll that looks like your mom and give it to your mom for a gift. I think that's adorable. So lots of good stuff in here. Lots of basics as far as how to crochet. She does what I call the magic loop, but it's adjustable ring method, so that you start with a circle. I personally don't do that. I do the sloppy knot, sloppy slip stitch thing, but the adjustable knot works very well too. And that's what I used to use before I learned the sloppy thing. But if you're adventurous, and I would even say, I mean, for me, it would make me use my brain to make something out of here, which is not bad, but it would not be mindless. It wouldn't be like a mindless teddy bear or a bunny or something that I usually, work on in the evenings when I'm watching TV with my dogs and stuff. Okay, so keep that in mind. Wonderful book, so creative. I'm like super impressed. Okay, how creative the projects are in here. But just keep in mind that you will have to use your brain and be adventurous, which is one of the great things about crafting. You're always expanding and learning new things. So have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.